Gentleman from Arizona, Mr. Franks, is recognized for 5 minutes.
Mr. Chairman, sometimes I think it's easy for us to argue the ancillary issues whenever this subject comes up. And I think all of us are a little uncomfortable. Sometimes those of us that speak forthrightly to it, sometimes people think we're not uncomfortable with it. We are. But it is of consequence to look at the underlying issue here. Those lying out in Arlington National Cemetery died for a principle, suggesting that we hold certain truths to be self-evident, that all of us are created, that the imago Dei, the image of God, is stamped on every soul, and that every little child has that image stamped on their souls. So when the gentlelady that introduced the amendment suggests that there is an intensity and kind of contention surrounding the debate, she's precisely accurate. But I think it has something to do with our collective conscience, in that ultrasound technology and modern ability to see into the womb is beginning to demonstrate to all reasonable minds, to all people of goodwill, to all people of compassion, the humanity of the victim here and the inhumanity of what is being done to them. And it's always difficult for me to understand that the fact that we take the lives of over 1 million children a year in America, that is somehow not enough for my friends on the left. That they not only want abortion on demand for any reason, at any stage of development, or for no reason, up until the moment of birth, and they want the government to pay for it. Now, I would challenge them to suggest what part of that statement isn't true. And now we come and we want to make a basis of our military abortion clinics. And I think it dishonors those who gave everything they had for this country and what it stands for. And I think it's time for all of us to ask the real question, as hard as it is, and that is, does abortion really take the life of a baby? If it doesn't, I'm glad to stop talking about it. But if it does, then those of us living here in the seat of freedom, in the greatest country in the history of humanity, also find ourselves in the midst of the greatest human genocide in the history of humanity. And I don't want us to miss that foundational point. Our job here is to make sure our men and women that defend this country are capable of doing so and giving them every opportunity they have, not to politicize military bases and to overlook the notion that what we're doing here is talking about something that hurts little babies and hurts their mothers. And I would oppose the amendment, Mr. Chairman, and I would hope all of us would look to the underlying issue. And with that, I would yield back.